Here's a memorable moment from the Adam Carolla Show's Ace Awards archives.
I like that. La 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 la. Ah! Bushy. La 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 la. Ah! Pussy.
Yeah. Keep it clean, Douglas.
She got a bushy pussy.
Yeah. All right. Hold on a second.
Bushy.
All right.
I like to stick a man.
Let me let's just lay it down. Just go ahead and have fun with it. Lay it down, and we'll see if we can go back and kind of clean it up.
I don't know if you understand. I'm having a lot of fun, but you keep interrupting.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Asshole.
I'm sorry. No,
I don't do that on your show.
Well,
You talk all day, say things. I don't go, hey there. Your opinion don't mean shit.
Maybe this tour thing isn't a great idea.
Well, no, it is a good thing if you give me a chance, you asshole.
Right. Take it from the top.
Yeah, take it from the top. Bring it the treble up a little louder.
Bring the treble.
So I can hear my voice. And maybe you could have shut the fuck up.
Now, for some new memorable moments, let's get back to the Adam Carolla Show.
What the hell was that?
That's Joe Coy.
Yeah, Joe. I know his voice.
I had this notion of Joe Coy as Bung Lu-Su trying out for the band The Floaters. I think that's where it came, because in The Floaters, in that song, they talk at the beginning, like old R&B songs, they would talk,
Intro.
And then The Floaters like, my name is Leo, and I like, no, The Floaters would be like, they'd introduce it, I don't know, find the beginning of The Floaters.
And
then the guy like, my name is Kevin, and I'm a Virgo, and I like a woman who speaks her mind. And at some point, but you know what he liked in a woman. One he could beat with a flip-flop. Yeah. So then I would play the engineer who auditioned it. That's how it worked.
Mm-hmm. A classic. Mm-hmm. We got some news. I could jump right into it.
Yeah, jump right in.
Yeah, Trump ends Fauci's security detail and says he's feel no responsibility if he was harmed. Yeah, President Donald Trump ended the federal security detail for Anthony Fauci and the infectious disease expert who advised him on the COVID-19 pandemic. A person familiar with the matter said on Friday. Here's Trump.
All right.
But you can't have a security detail for the rest of your life because you work for government.
Ask for it to be taken off, sir?
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Would you feel partially responsible if something were to happen to, say, Dr. Fauci
No.
or John Bolton?
No. They all made a lot of money. They can hire their own security, too. All the people you're talking about, they can go out. I can give them some good numbers of very good security people. They can hire their own security. They all made a lot of money. Fauci made a lot of money. They all did. So if they, felt that strongly, I think that certainly I would not take responsibility.
Now, I'm interested to hear how you find on this.
I think they should be provided security. On the other hand, these guys were destructive, and Fauci was destructive, and Fauci fought Trump and tried to undermine Trump, and so did Collins and many of the others, and basically did the opposite of whatever Trump said, and got involved with gain of function in a lab in Wuhan and lied to everybody, and he got pardoned for a reason. He's pardoned for a reason. It's not because Trump is vindictive. It's that he did a bunch of illegal shit and lied to the American people and tried to fuck Trump up and undermine him. So Trump doesn't give a fuck about this guy that tried to fuck him up in essentially the last election. So I get that part, but you still have to provide.
Do you think the climate
security.
is as such that maybe there is a danger for someone to go after Fauci? Because I think that's a bit extreme.
I don't know. He ruined a lot of lives, and he knew what he was doing, and he got pardoned for a reason, and he was wrong about everything, so he falls under the heading of stupid or liar, which is either he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing because he's wrong about everything, or he knows what he's doing and he's lying about everything. Like, the COVID came from a lab in Wuhan.
Yeah. This seems.
How did he not know this? And then why did he try to destroy anybody who suggested it came from the most likely source, which is the lab that studies this in Wuhan? Why did Fauci not know this? Why do you think it came from a pangolin? And then why did he do it? Well, Trump said it came from a lab. So Fauci said, I got to undermine Trump. And he did the opposite. And he said it came from a wet market.
High school never ends.
No, that's what it is. But at a certain point, when you're a specialist and everyone listens to you, then you should be more truthful. So he lied, and he was always compromised, and I knew it.
An ass-saving lie or what? Like, I don't understand the whole lie aspect of this. Like, to me, it's like he's stupid, or he like was told.
No, first off, he worked with the lab on gain of function, and they backdoored the whole thing from the United States to China, and he was involved with it. So it was his ass was on the.
That's why. Okay, to save your own ass.
He worked on the virus. So there's save your own ass part, and there's take Trump down for any reason all the time, and that's all he did. But Fauci's not. He didn't turn out to be a hero.
Yeah.
And he got pardoned for a reason, because there'd be plenty of reason why that guy could be locked up.
So it's partially that we have like an adversarial system in the world now.
Well, here's what we have. I mean, okay. We have a Democrat and we have a Republican, and we have Trump saying one thing, and we have Hillary Clinton saying another thing.
Yeah.
That's fine. So you have Biden says this. Okay, I'll give you a couple examples. We have Trump over here, and we have Biden over here, and we got Trump over here, and we got Hillary Clinton over there. Okay, fine. And then there's the FBI and the CIA and the infectious disease and all the WHO. But I mean, beyond that, it's the Rochelle Walensky's of the world and the Fauci's of the world and the Comeys of the world and all the people that run these agencies of the world, right? So you got Trump over here, you got Biden over there, and then you got Hillary over here and Trump over there. Okay. So then the Steele dossier comes out and Russian collusion comes out. Now, what you don't want is the group in the middle that's not supposed to be partisan doing the work of one side. You want them just to be the FBI. You don't want 51 people from the FBI saying that Hunter Biden's laptop has all the earmarks of Russian collusion when they own the laptop, they've examined the laptop, and they don't think that.
Yeah.
And when COVID comes around, you don't want Fauci, who's supposed to just be calling balls and strikes, helping out Biden. You want him to call balls and strikes.
Yeah.
But they got corrupted. And that's what you saw. Now, it's not him being wrong. It's him being corrupted. And the lab leak, well, that would have maybe helped Trump. And the wet market would have helped Biden or Hillary Clinton or whatever it is. So they just got corrupted and they went that way, which is now, that's the new world order. And that's not where you want to live.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, you should strip the security clearances of the 51 guys who put together a paper saying that Hunter Biden's laptop was fake, because those people can no longer be trusted because they lie.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay. So screw Fauci. By the way, early money on Fauci. I told everyone he was corrupted. I told everyone he was compromised super early on into this process. And then I said it's only going to go one direction, and it's not going to go good direction for Fauci. That's it. He'll die. He'll be a millionaire. Idiots will still have his candles, but he did not help. He was corrupted. He's not a good dude.
Well, moving on from Dr. Fauci, Jewel apologizes for disappointing fans by performing at RFK Jr.'s inauguration event. She says, "I'm so sorry." She's opened up about her choice to perform at Robert F. Kennedy's ball, honoring Donald Trump's inauguration, explaining that her commitment to addressing the nation's mental health crisis transcends political divides.
Who does she have to apologize to?
Who wants her? We have some footage of this.
Oh, we do?
Yeah. I was
and I'm so sorry that I caused pain.
Pain to retarded
Especially in my
people.
LGBTQIA plus community, because you guys are treasures.
Oh, Jewel.
You make the world a better
no, you
place.
Don't. No, you do.
You've made my life.
Well, maybe
a
your
better
life,
place.
not this guy's life. All right, Jewel, don't cave, sweetie. Oh, sweetie. It's so
But they buy
sad
a
when
lot
they
of
cave.
Spotify downloads,
I
bud.
guess.
A
But
dream lasts for so long, even after you're gone.
Hey, dude. It's so sad.
Yeah.
Don't cave.
No, they have to cave because, look, when you're selling records to a particular group of people, you better You know what I mean? Like edge towards their direction a little bit.
I like Jewel. Jewel should just own it. She
like,
agreed to perform.
I just got paid.
Well, not only that, but Kennedy's trying to get, red dye number 17 out of your Fruit Loops. Give him a fucking break.
Yeah. She's kowtowing to the. Now, I didn't even know this now, and I'm the news guy. LGBTQIA plus. So they're adding on more syllables to this thing.
And they're not worried about Kennedy, though. They're worried about Trump.
I think so, yeah. Like they take it as her kowtowing Trump because it was at his inauguration ball. So I guess that's where we are in America, where you can't even play for the president.
There's that clip I was talking to Dr. Drew about, which Joe has somewhere that I liked, which is some small town in Wisconsin was focused on flying the gay flag through the Trump administration. But I thought this encapsulates everything for me, which is this is a big story about, are they going to keep the gay flag up? It's like, that's not going to, you hanging a beach towel on a piece of extruded aluminum, it's not going to prevent any hate crimes or do anything to anybody. By the way, so people think, oh, so what do you care? I care because the symbolism. It's the symbolism. You go, look, we could either fortify this school with metal detectors and security guards to prevent school shootings, or I could put a sign that says this is a hate-free zone. And if I do the hate-free zone thing, then we don't need the metal detector. And I'm like, okay, you're putting yourself and your students in danger because you're making proclamations that don't have anything to do with anything. LA was on fire because we made a lot of good vibe proclamations and then we burned to the ground. I'll play this clip because it's a town in Wisconsin. And they want to fly the gay flag, but they want to keep the community safe. But the flag doesn't save anybody. Anyway, it's a story. Here it is. And it's basically saying we're now at a crossroads. Would you like to go nuts and bolts? Would you like to go pragmatic? Would you like to get shit done? Or would you like to fucking have a bunch of symbolic discussions about a flag that someone invented 10 minutes ago that does nothing to save anybody or protect anybody? But here we go.
Right now, Verona is taking the symbolic step of flying the Progress Pride flag for the entire year. Wow. It's partly a protest of the Trump administration. J.T. Siskowski asked Verona's mayor if the city is planning any more direct resistance to the federal government.
Flying
Verona
a flag.
Mayor Luke Diaz tells me that the city is trying to actively avoid picking any fights with the incoming Trump administration because the city still wants to receive subsidies and grants from the federal government. But he says recognizing marginalized communities with the Progress Pride flag was not an area he was willing to compromise. The flag's presence outside of the Verona City Center and other municipal buildings is a direct reaction to the incoming Trump administration, Diaz says.
Powerful people clearly targeting a community, and I think that can send the message to people who might, also want to target that community.
All right, who's targeting the gay community? What is going on? These are such narcissists. No one gives a fuck whose dick you suck, retard. Get the fuck on with it. And by the way, if you guys got aqueducts, I hope they're full. If you got fire extinguishers, I hope they're full. And if you have a fire department, I hope they're competent. That's the shit you need to focus on, not targeting the marginalized community that you invented. It's 2025. There is no more. Move the fuck on. But we'll play a little more. Sorry.
That community that this is okay, that's acceptable, and this is our chance to push back on it.
At this December meeting, the Verona Common Council voted to display the Progress Pride flag for an entire year. The meeting drew more than an hour of public comments from both those in favor of flying the flag and those against doing so. At its meeting Monday, the council voted to update its flag policy, ensuring it can fly the flag at any time it wants, in case an anti-LGBTQ administration takes power in Wisconsin. The state government...
All right, hold on. I don't know what you mean, an anti-gay administration takes power. It doesn't mean anything. Pause it. But here's the thing. There is not an infinite number of minutes in the working day. So you can either dedicate your time to some public safety thing that actually exists, or you could make up shit about marginalized communities and have endless meetings on it. But if you do that, whatever the real safety issues that are in your community, that are in every community, will be ignored to the extent that you spend time on the other thing that doesn't exist.
Abstract concepts are taking over time.
That's what Los Angeles is. We were spending so much time painting the gay colors on the crosswalk, which are now burnt in the fire. You see what I'm saying? But thank God we had the crosswalk.
Yes.
I wonder how many gay flags went up in the fire. You know how many people had signs in the front that said, in this home, we don't judge, and no one is illegal, and we embrace all burnt up. All that cardboard's burnt up, and your fucking your Prius with the coexist bumper sticker, that's burnt to the ground too.
Add a hate crime to that homeless guy.
So keep going. Your gay flag is just more flammable shit to burn up at your city hall. Thank you.
Nightmare.
All right. What else? What do you got?
I got some more. Look, Billy Ray Cyrus' son claims his dad is threatening legal action after an open letter asking him to get help. Here is the open letter. Dad, my message was beyond loving. I could be extremely honest about a lot more, but I didn't want to put your business out there like that.
Did you guys see Billy Ray's performance?
Yeah, that's the big one, is that during the performance, he had technical difficulties, and everybody was saying he was lit AF.
He was, we'll put the sound in here, but.
I'm going to take my horse to the old town road. I'm going to.
Oh, God. Show must go on.
Take my horse to the old town road. I'm going to. I can't no more. Y'all can put your hands together now like that. If you encourage them out, keep going. They told me to kill as much time as possible, so. Check. Hey, is my guitar still on? I think they cut me off. Is my guitar on, guys?
A lot of technical difficulties.
Yeah,
these
all around the performances.
Yeah.
Where's everybody at? Check.
All right.
Is anyone back
As a
there?
performer, how do you feel about this? I think he could have done a few more things. Maybe you should take an improv class.
I had a little dreidel. I made it out of clay. Now, come on, everyone now. And when it's dry and ready, you know the words. Come on, Trumpers. Oh, dreidel. Everyone now. Oh, dreidel. I made it out of clay. And when I'm gonna punch Miley when I see her. Damn it.
Well, look, Trace, his son, was kind of outed him.
Wait, do we hear it? Let me hear it a little more.
Take off his hat.
Oh, but it ain't playing, man.
Tech guy comes out.
Yeah.
I guess it's dead. You know what? Hell, just snap your fingers. That's okay, bud. That's okay. You can tell the world you never was my girl. You can burn my clothes up when I'm gone.
Oh, they keep breaking?
Oh, yeah, this is my karaoke go-to.
Just what a fool I've been. And laugh and joke about me on the phone. There you go. You can tell my own.
All right.
Go back.
Hey, okay, so it seems physically like there's something going on, right? Lose a lot of weight, a lot of hair, a lot of beard, a lot of scars.
And the sound of his voice, like he just gargled gravel.
Yeah, you sound like Whitney Houston. And this guy,
I shouldn't throw
you
stones
sound like
in
a
this
songbird. Yeah.
Soulful voice.
Oh, my God. You sound like Dinah Shore and Rosemary Clooney all mixed into one.
I a lot of chamomile tea.
Yeah. I agree that something seems wrong with this cat.
Yeah.
And I agree that his son probably should reach out to him. I don't know if he needs to do it publicly.
But that's what I'm saying. He did it publicly, and then Billy Ray threatened to sue him. Yeah, for some reason. And then Billy Ray turned around and said he's praying for the family amid drama. Yeah, he's calling for peace among some family infighting, sending prayers to one of the kids who accused him of sending a legal threat.
Well,
so it's back and forth to these guys.
Look, is anyone ever wrong when they say, look, this guy's in bad shape, he's abusing drugs, listen to him up there, listen what he looks, see what he looks like. Is anyone ever wrong? I mean, is it ever like, hey, no, I didn't do it. I'm fine.
I have an alternate point of view.
We're all ears.
Billy Ray Cyrus is essentially a one-hit wonder. Achy Breaky Heart.
That's true. That's true. Well, he's got this second one with the collaboration with.
Oh, that's right.
Hello.
Yeah,
Right. Okay, but I get you.
I don't think he was a very good singer to begin with.
That I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
And when he's on stage completely naked like that with no effects on the microphone, no bands, no backing tracks, no vocals, nobody behind him, his flaws are going to shine through. Now he may be completely on drugs, but I think that's his voice. I don't think,
No, it's not. It's not the aforementioned Whitney Houston. No. It's something. Yeah, I agree. There was no there to begin with, so there's nowhere to go here. But also, when guys who were kind of stout guys seem drawn and very, emaciated.
He was always a lanky guy, but he was thick. I don't remember.
He was fuller. Yeah, when you see Achy Breaky Heart. Yeah. He was a thicker kind of lantern-jawed guy who was a robuster sort of dude.
Sure, but he was in his mid-30s at that point.
No, I know, but the point is it's not all about me, but I'm 10 pounds heavier than I was when I was 30. Most guys kind of thicken up as they go along. The one they don't shrivel. I mean, you shrivel at the end.
But he ain't to that point yet.
He's something is. This isn't a guy who just has a few beers at the end of the night. That's not what he looks like.
That's whiskey.
No, I think that may be truck or something.
Yeah, you're right.
Going on. Do we have any
Allegedly.
Achy Break? He was kind of as I recall, he did Achy Breaky Heart in a wife beater, right? So he was
kind of
like
buff, but it's still a lanky dude.
Well, regardless. Maybe some help is necessary, but I don't think that stuff should be aired out in public.
Yeah, it's too late. Trace already busted it out.
And then it's like this thing where it's like, I don't talk to my dad, like Miley doesn't talk.
Yeah, that's strange.
There's a lot of friction, and I'm just saying, I don't know where that comes from, but that could also be what we're talking about in terms of substance. When you have real friction with your kids.
What do you mean? Like
adult
kids? Everybody's fighting over money or something?
Where people aren't talking to one another. Like there's some,
It's strange.
It's strange. Like how many reasons?
I know, yeah.
Are there any? Well, not any, but it doesn't happen that often, I don't think, where adult children and adult parents are completely estranged without some.
Yeah,
there's
you gotta
some
get
substance
tweaked
in
out
there.
and smash up the room or
There's
something.
something in there, yes. And look, I'm sure the son knows something. I would tend to believe the son. I wouldn't think he's just going out and taking pot shots at his dad because he lost a few pounds.
Yeah.
All right, so he wants him to get help.
But like Dawson said, I mean, butt naked up there, no PA, no guitar. Yeah, it sounds a lot worse than it is.
No, I agree. Bungalow Sue sounded better.
Are you ready to clutch your pearls with the shocking news? Pee-wee Herman star Paul Reubens comes out as gay in a documentary after his death.
Gay from the grave.
Yes, posthumously gay.
He did.
Yes.
He said in an interview.
In this documentary, a two-part docuseries, Pee-wee as himself, which made his debut on Thursday night at the Sundance Film Festival. Yeah, he talked about, I was out as you could be, and then I went back into the closet, Reubens says in the documentary. My career would have absolutely suffered if I was openly gay, so I went to great lengths for many, many years to keep it a secret. It's like not shocking, right?
No, not at all. But what porno. What was playing at the porno movie house that he got caught in Dade County beating off in? Because that's the tale of the tape, right?
I under-researched this, but I'm assuming it was homoerotic in nature.
If it was never really discussed, although, do you know there used to be a franchise of movie houses for X-rated films, and they were called Pussycat, right?
Yeah, I've heard of that, yeah.
You've heard of that?
I've heard of that.
My friend Zeb worked at one. He used to get me in free. All right. So I'm reading, I'll tell you. So let me lay it out. All the Pussycat theaters have been closed because somebody invented a VCR and porn tapes, and guys could sit in the privacy of their own apartment and watch pornography without jockeying for elbow room with other like-minded gents who are beating off in the seat next to them, right?
Yeah.
So soon as the VHS tape and the VHS recorder were introduced, the Pussycat theaters, and you can look it up, Joe, there must have been, it was a big franchise. Pussycat theaters, at the height of their powers, 1973, they probably had 250 locations or something. It was a lot.
Yeah.
There was a couple Pussycats out here. Okay. Only one remained.
West Hollywood.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now you're talking because fellas want to go with like-minded gents and watch other fellas beating off. You get it?
Yeah, it's a team sport.
Right. So they were playing gay adult entertainment, and that one did great business. Yeah. That one remained. The one in the San Fernando Valley, my buddy Zeb went for the heterosexual guys. That was gone immediately. Yeah. So it would kind of make sense, according to the county sheriff's office, 3 detectives went to the XXX South Trail Cinema to watch the audience that was watching a triple bill of Catalina 5-0, Tiger Shark, Nurse Nancy, and Turn Up the Heat. So I guess we'd have to figure those ones out.
This sounds straight titles to me.
Nurse Nancy and Turn Up the Heat, 5-0 Tiger Shark and Catalina Tiger Shark and Nurse and Turn Up the Heat could be ambiguous, but Nurse Nancy sounds like there's a theme there. And so what year was Pee-wee in this? Because again, people would say, look, you're a rich guy. You have a VCR at home. You have a DVD or CD, DVD player.
Thrill of the game.
Why not? But it's only to meet other dudes.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
But if it's a straight place.
No. Maybe just to watch other dudes? I don't understand this.
I don't know. But the fact that in modern times, a rich guy, went with other fellas to a place and pulled his honker out and whacked it. 91. I mean, who didn't have a VCR in 91?
I know, yeah. We did, and we were poor.
We did, and we were poor. So stupid. My dad bought the Beta instead of the VHS one. So
chose the wrong
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It looks like all of them are straight porn.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you scrub through all of them, all the minutes?
Byron has all of them. If you want to watch them.
Okay, great. Oh,
wow.
Perfect. That's a nice way to start the scene.
All right.
I guess that's
Tiger
straight porn right there, but
yeah, all right. It's women lesing off.
Yeah.
All right, we got it. The point is. So what was he doing then?
I don't know. He was confused.
All right. So anyway, he came out from the grave.
Yeah, came out from the grave. Yeah, he had. The interesting part about the story was that Reubens tells about a story when he came out to his parents and how his father wrote him an incredible letter. Said, son, if you're homosexual, I want you to know I hope you can be the greatest homosexual you can be.
Really?
That's what he said.
It's a progressive dad right there.
It is, yeah. I don't know. I figured that you got to love your kids no matter what. Mm-hmm. Right? It's like.
Oh, listen. If I was gay, my dad would have been like, nah, all right. Like, that's more information than I needed, but whatever. Do whatever you want. My dad wouldn't have cared at all if I was gay, and my mom would have been happy about it, and my grandmother would have been over the moon.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
They would have liked it.
Yeah.
They would have liked, because it would have been more currency for them.
Social currency.
You know, like Hollywood asswipes whose kids transition and they weave it in. My son is transition. I was like, okay, hero. All right, attention whore.
Yeah.
We get it, narcissist. You keep, every time you talk about your son who transitioned, now your daughter, or vice versa. They get some sort of social standing in their retarded world from that. Now, you and I wouldn't, but in their world and the circles they run in, they would. And my grandmother would, it wouldn't matter if I was a celebrity. I would be known as her gay grandson, not her celebrity grandson.
And if your son was gay, I'd assume he was like, yeah, he's gay. And it would be over with.
Yeah, I would have thoughts maybe about, I don't know, grandkids or like, are they adopting, you know, or like how would that work?
Yeah.
And I'd probably have a preference that I wish he was heterosexual, but not enough to really do anything about it.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'd just kind of live with it, you know. I would hope he was a top, you know. But that's about it.
Yeah.
That's about all I've got with that kid. I wouldn't have anything more.
I didn't even realize Pee-wee died last year, or actually 2023, so about 2 years ago now, after a 6-year battle with cancer, secretly.
Yeah.
Just didn't even know he was sick.
So this is at Sundance. This is a doc, and it'll probably be bought, maybe end up on Netflix or something.
Yeah, I'm very interested in it, to be honest. He's like, Pee-wee Herman was like part of my childhood. Like, he was like the funny host of the kids show when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I remember him going through that scandal and being like, oh, kind of shocked that, oh, okay, well, gay people are just
Wait, how old were you
sometimes.
when that happened?
10.
Oh,
exactly. So it was like shocked, and everybody on the bus was like, "Oh, Pee-wee was spanking his monkey," and I'm like, "All right, like, oh wow, what is that?" Like, I didn't even understand what.
That's a lot to process as a 10-year-old.
Exactly.
I was well into adulthood, so it was just kind of neither here nor there, and I lived out here, and I didn't worship the guy and anything.
And then later on, I'm telling you, it was like a fever dream. I was at. Like, as Pee-wee was coming back into the fold as a regular member of society, I was at like this weird house party where he sent his first tweet. Yeah, it's
really?
Yes.
What?
So I know my childhood dreams was like in a bizarre, and I don't know. Tyson Beckford was there. I told you so many times.
Tyson, good-looking black guy.
He is. Yeah.
So, Pete, you were 10.
I know
when you found this out.
Yeah. It's very shocking to me because I just kind of figured out what jerking off is. So I was like, oh, okay. So he was doing that?
I was trying to think. I mean, we probably all made that guy's beating his meat jokes, you know, way before we were even beating our own meat, but it was still a thing we did, you know?
Yeah.
And I had somebody, I've always been curious about this. I had someone tweet me the other day when I said, you know, oh, you're accused. I may have cut the cheese, but you licked the knife, right?
Yes.
And then somebody said, oh, they grew up in Vermont. And they're like, we had that one too.
Yeah, I know.
And how did it make it here?
Where were you when Pee-wee Herman got caught jacking off in the theater?
And where were you pre-internet? Like, how did stuff get around? How did the rumor of how did the rumor of like Richard Gere and the gerbil in the butt, or Rod Stewart had to have his stomach pumped? You know,
Marilyn Manson got his ribs removed so he could suck himself.
How did this spread throughout the land?
How about the S on your notebook? An S that looks like an infinity kind of?
You talking about a peachy folder?
Yeah, I guess. Or like, but everyone drew the same S.
We talking about that orange peachy folder?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know what a peachy folder is?
I don't even know. Sorry, I missed that era.
You guys remember peachy folder? Oh, yeah, Trapper Keepers.
No,
we
but
had
I know the Stussy S that Jason's talking
about. The S, right?
Stussy S.
Stussy stole it? No, dude. That one's for the streets.
It was the other way around.
Oh, really? No. It's been documented over and over again. We're going to get to the bottom of this. But yeah, it's an S that everyone draws like this. You go like that, and then make a little S like so.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I kind of do, but I'm older than you, and I miss I come from the Peachy folder.
Yeah.
Dawson, find me some good Peachy folder art. There's the S. There's the S. The Peachy folder art was they had people running track and people playing football and people doing stuff.
Oh.
And like, find me the ones, Dawson, where the track star were vatos chasing the other guy with a knife. Like, we would everyone would take their Peachy folders and they would take them and they would art them up.
Oh, dope.
There was like Peachy folder art. And I don't know why, but there was the track star, which is, by the way, 3 white guys. By the way, everybody depicted on this Peachy folder is a white athlete. Back when we could do such a thing. You need a little diversity now. And then somebody would do a serious artist rendition of it. They would take the guys running track and they'd put a bandana around their head and they'd take the baton and they'd make it into a knife and they'd do a whole sort of inner city Chico and the Man version of this stuff. And I was never skilled enough to do it, but you were Trapper era. I was Peachy folder era. I don't know if you put in Peachy folder art, Dawson, is there?
Yeah, we're coming up with stuff. We're just trying to find the right one.
All right. Yeah, I would publish that coffee table book, which is Peachy folder art. Did you wrap your books in shopping bags?
Man, they made us like do ours in like I guess it was newspaper or Sears catalogs. You had to like chop them up into
It wasn't a brown bag.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, brown bag. Yeah, but that was when I went to army school. But but like the regular schools didn't give a shit. They had state funding.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just throw your books away next year.
God, it was such a waste of time even issuing me a book. I never took them out of my locker. My locker had fruit flies. So I left fruit in my locker, and it got fruit flies. It was such a waste. I was so warehoused. I just played football, and that was it. All right. Well, if we can't find it, though I have seen it before.
Peachy.
I've seen the Peachy art.
It does look classic, I gotta say.
I don't know what you'd plug in. Peachy folder art, any kind, any modification will work. I just want to show Mayhem. Yeah, all right. The chick playing tennis has a huge afro and hairy legs and is wearing boxer shorts. Like that's all we had.
And Joe, she's got a frying pan with eggs and bacon.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. She just smacked the football guy in the head. Yeah. It was a simpler time. That's all we had. That's all we had was sitting around and doodling.
You're right.
Doodling.
You're right.
All right. Boca Raton at the Black Box Theater, they added an early show. The late show sold out. That'll be Thursday, but they added an early show. A lot of people wanted to get tickets, so come on out.
And I got to sell some honey. SamuManuka.com/mayhem.
Boy, we got another folder here.
That's great.
Yes, we have. Is there a guy in the middle looks like Dr. Drew?
That's you, Gina, Bald Brian, Kimmel.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow. It went deep right there.
Somebody made me a Peachy folder.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, man. What a tip of the cap. Naples Off the Hook Comedy Club. That's going to be this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Still some tickets. I don't know, 2 shows a day. You can go to amcroll.com for all the live ones. Manuka Honey, very good. I've been enjoying it. Where do you go to get the Manuka?
SamuManuka.com/mayhem.
So until next time, Adam Crawford, Chad Michael Collins, and Mayhem saying mahalo.